probably get the anime Grass Bay.
I'm thinking about it as well.
I don't
And
have the
Kagura.
other one. I don't have the other one, so I'll probably get it.
What?
The Grass
Graph.
Bay anime ship.
Cross Bay? Yeah, it's good. Its armor's quite shitty. If you go broadside, obviously it's all cruisers.
Just
But
the Grass Bay, I didn't really care for it. I have a Scharnhorst.
oh, yeah, true. I want to
Since
get
this
the
one has-
Sharn.
this
By
one
the way,
has
I'm
something
letting you know
special about it.
the
I'll
anime
get it.
ships are coming out May 27th.
What ships?
The anime ships are May
The high
27th.
school stuff.
Oh,
You never know, we might get a Musashi.
I can't wait for that convoy stuff they bring out. I really want to try that. It was fun.
I hope
for
that they make a
Halloween.
game mode similar to the Halloween one.
Huh?
The Halloween game, mini game that they made.
Yeah,
I want them to make another game mode like that.
they're doing that. That's what I was trying. That's what I was
Ah.
saying, like about the convoy thing. They're saying they're gonna try to make that this year. So I was like, that's cool.
I like the
I'd-
forts thing that they tested out.
I can't wait for the British battleships coming in.
I want my French ships.
They get a speed boost. They're the only cruisers in the game that get a speed boost.
They're also going to be the second cruisers. The top tier
Still
cruisers
not
going to be like the
that
third
fast,
fastest
though.
ship in the game.
Unless they increase their speed since the last
I
time
think
I
it's.
checked.
I think the tier 5 one is actually the fastest one in the game for cruisers anyway.
Cruisers, yeah.
Tier 5 one anyway, yeah.
I'm talking their tier 10 is going to be like the third fastest ship in the
Oh,
game.
yeah, yeah.
In the
They
game.
better be pulling 42 knots, 43
The
knots. That's
tier
The tier
4
5
one-
is
the
going
tier
to be
10 one's
pulling
gonna be
like
pulling-
39 knots top
The tier
speed.
10 is going to be pulling 46. With the speed
That's
boost
the-
active.
It's the second fastest ship in the game. Fastest ship in the game is 48. Just to let you know, let's see, what would that be? 48 times
It's-
1.3.
No, I'm saying with the speed boost active, it's that. I'm eating a torp.
Those are always good.
Master Senpai is angry at me for eating it.
That is 62.4 miles an hour. I can't remember what ship it was, but it's a destroyer. But can you imagine going 60
Kebab.
miles an hour underwater?
Kebab.
Nebraska, Leningrad.
I have the Blisk. That goes like 39 just without the speed boost.
Most Japanese DDs of the torpedo line do about 44. So it's not, it's quick, still of the slower DDs.
True, yeah.
The Americans almost push the 839. That the gearing did, I think, 40 with his flag.
That was just funny. That was too fucking funny.
Like, the
Get
French
deleted.
cruisers, like, they're gonna kind of feel like the German destroyers. Like, what is their thing?
German destroyers are pretty much like they're armored, but they're not armored.
They're just
obviously.
They're just an average ship, and that's what I'm saying. The French cruisers are just going to be an average line that's going to be just not played that much.
Unless you
It'd be a
play the top
disappointment.
tiers, then they're better. But
You know what I mean? It's just like speed, okay.
yeah,
Admiral Snack Bar.
It's like its guns are going to be nice, but they're not going to be that nice because just like
We
anything
also got a
bigger than
hand-
203 and less than a 320, they've been lackluster the past few patches. You know what I mean? Those guns are horrible.
well, you also got to realize though that they're going to be the only destroyers in the game that can actually add 150s to their gun, to their main armament. So that's a benefit, but then not a benefit, if you know what I mean.
I just
I
think
like
they
water.
could just I think the British battleships would have been a better line to do this with, and then it would have been, then give us French cruisers as a cooldown. You know what I mean?
Fuck,
Think so.
missed.
Because the past few ship lines and the ships they've released have all been garbage. I'm just gonna say it, garbage. It wouldn't have been for us complaining about the Alabama, we would have never got the Alabama.
Time to roll out.
If we wouldn't have kept complaining, the Alabama would have been a ship for a pretty crappy premium at a high dollar.
The Super
beginning.
Tester ship, wasn't it?
Yeah, like it was like if they would have released the stats for the Alabama instead of it just been a super tester ship, it'd have probably went off better because the ship wasn't that great. You know what I mean? It
Yeah,
was weaker
exactly.
than the North Cal. But then they tried to just give everybody what they were gonna get the super testers, and we saw all the flaws. And like you can't sell a premium like this.
What, the Alabama?
Yeah, it was fucking garbage when they first fucking put it in the game, like for testing the ship.
Penetration.
I'm seeing.
The only thing it could do was eat torpedoes. That was it.
Nom nom nom.
It would literally. You ever eaten like 6 shimmy torps and still been alive?
No, that is.
The Alabama can do it.
Are you
Eat
fucking
them
serious?
broadside. Eat them broadside.
God
If
damn
you,
it.
in the Alabama, if you're gonna take a torp, you can't dodge it. Don't angle. Try to eat like 1 or 2 because you will negate 50 to 70% of damage.
Penetration.
Damn.
It was about 48% so much to protection.
50 even for
Less
just
than
the
the
base.
Yamatos, I know that.
Yamato's I think 46 to 48. Yeah.
This vehicle has had it.
You can eat torp with Yamato. Just don't eat one in the bow or you're gonna hurt. But they also fixed the bows, the gold patch, like with the Montana, the Iowa, and North Cal. Like once they get damage saturated, like you'll bounce all AP. So it's just fucking hilarious.
Well, one time I was playing at a tier 5 or 6 match, and I seen a Fuso eat like 6 torps from a destroyer and kept going, and had like at least like over half of
Destroyer at
its
that
health.
tier. A lot of destroyers have really shitty torps. Just to let you know, some the lower
What
tier
was it?
destroyers or cruisers could do like 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 damage with their torpedoes.
Well, I know the Kuma.
GG.
Not like I'm talking about upper tiers where everybody does like 14k with a torp.
No, I'm saying like the Kuma does like 9,098 damage per torp, and there's like
Just imagine
4
getting hit
torps.
by a shimmy torp and only taking 4,000 damage. It's like, ha! And I didn't get flooding. Ha ha! Fuck you. As long as you don't turn broadside to another ship, Alabama, it is a brawler motherfucker.
You want to know what I want to see? I want to see an Alabama go up against a V-25.
Probably kill it in one salvo.
If it can even hit it.
No, it would kill it in one salvo.
Do you know what the max damage of a single Shimakaze torp is?
20k.
20k?
23,767.
I think the most I've seen is like 6,600.
And it fires 15 of them.
Yeah, but I know, but usually they don't get too close. So by the time they get you, you have a choice to eat one at an angle or just eat 2 broadside. It's just, I didn't take any damage. Nice.
So with your torpedo protection, you're still going to be taking at least 10,000 damage each
Well, don't
torpedo.
forget that since you're like, if you get hit by one torpedo in the Alabama, you can heal it all. It's hilarious. As long as it, hits your turtle, because it has turtle back. The Alabama does. And it's better than the fucking Germans.
Every ship built in the First World War era had turtleback. It was outdated by the Second World
Yeah,
War.
the Alabama
which is why
was-
the all nothing was used.
Late war ship, wasn't it? Wasn't it a late World War II ship?
They've got a very old army scheme. Look at most of the ships in the game, even things like the bloody St. Louis has got turtlebacks. Warspite.
It's like with guns, you can never beat reliability with single action revolver. compared to newer weapons. Like, the only thing you have to with revolvers is your ammo going bad. Unlike the, chamber-fed pistols. Round that didn't go off, can spin around again. You get another shot of hitting it.
Oh, sorry.
Like if I was to build the armor inside of a kind of like a torpedo bulge in a battleship, I would build kind of like Z-like structures angled. So when a shell penetrates and it hits this, it just ricochets in another direction. And since you have a Z pattern, it would just ricochet off one angle, hit another angle, and go back out the ship. And just
So like
damage your torpedo.
corrugated? Corrugated?
You get what I'm saying, right? Kind of like,
Kinda like
45,
cardboard.
and then a 45 out. You know what I mean? Just like slowly, like just
Some of the old cruisers had a very good armor scheme. They used to put
That
the
armor
coal
scheme would
down,
work.
down the side.
just how physics and shell velocities work. Just stacking armor like that in a certain pattern would negate a lot of damage. You would just have torpedo bulge damage, which a battleship, if it was to lose its torpedo bulge, would still float and move. It's just empty spaced armor. I still think there needs to be like prototype torpedoes and stuff that have a chance not to detonate when they hit a ship because they're prototype, but they're really strong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We had some there's weird prototype torpedoes that were some weird makes.
I like the Japanese design torpedo for like when they attacked Pearl Harbor, so it wouldn't sink like,
That was
100 feet down.
ingenious.
You see the ones where they put drills on the front of them?
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? Was that for
Like
concrete?
drills, but you know what I mean, bores. You know, so it will fucking pierce and bore, and not explode, and then pierce and bore into the strong armor, and it would detonate kind of after it cracked it a little bit, so it would cause a bigger effect on the armor.
Right.
The original torpedoes were explosives mounted on sticks. They
Yep.
used to sail up underneath the ship and attach it to the ship with a little screw or whatever, and then the boom used to break off and the submarine would back up and it would explode. Didn't work very well.
I'm going north.
I might join.
By the end of World War II, we had a lot of laser-guided missiles and radio-guided missiles. We don't have in this game right now.
That's because they would say, "Oh, it's too OP."
Yeah.
Learn to then actually try to balance your game and work on it. It just sounds like laziness to me. It sounds like you're just wanting the money and not putting no work into it.
Looks like Hood's gonna have its anti-aircraft rockets.
Saw them on there when they showed it. Will they work?
Just watch. Bismarck shoots once and it hits it in the magazine.
Still want that to happen for the first week.
You know it's gonna happen in the first week at least. Someone's gonna at least get detonated by Bismarck. I'm gonna laugh my ass off.
I remember my first my first game in the Omaha in the beta. I got spotted for one like a brief second, and I didn't see shells coming. It's back when you actually had to take the skills to know when you're detected and all that shit. So I didn't even know shells were on the way. I'm just a selling that explode. One shell hit me and detonated me in my first Omaha game.
Damn. I bet you were pissed.
No, that's kind of what I was pissed for like a second, and then I was like, the fuck.
Oh, you should have seen it one time. I shot at I think it was a Königsberg or something like that. It was a higher tier German cruiser, maybe like 4 months ago, with my Gneisenau. In the first round, I hit him, detonate him, and I got the first kill, and I gave him a detonation. And then the guy typed in the fucking chat, and he's like, "1 shell hit me. That's all it took." I'm like, yeah.
The best
One
thing
time my
I've ever
Sean
done
horse.
was, alright, so a ranked battle, I was on a carrier, I got 2 detonations with torpedoes in 1 game.
Critical hit.
I was in my Sean horse one time. I can't remember what map it was,
Damaged.
but I pushed up middle against 3 destroyers, killed 1 with my torpedoes, and then I fired my main guns at another that I got close enough spot in the smoke. And this is back when if your secondaries were still targeted on something, even if they were in smoke and unspotted, your secondary still shot at it. So when I basically shot my 2 front turrets at this DD, it killed it. Just outright killed it. But I got 2 kills when I only shot at 1 ship. My secondaries detonated.
Everyone get out.
Damn, that's badass.
And then I ate like fucking torps and died.
No wonder I'm
Like-
lagging.
What do you got running in the background?
It's not raining in the background, it's what server I'm on.
Are you on the EU?
No, I'm on the west server. I'm on tanks. I'm on the west server. I got 140 ping over here. I'm trying to figure out why my tanks are going left and right when they should be going straight.
That's funny. Just let you know, I have a lower ping to Europe than I do California, where I'm at. I get 80 to 90 on EU, and I get what you're getting, like 150 to 200 in California.
And you should be getting that ping. You're right near. You're in the state that holds the west server.
I have to go through more hubs to get to California than I had to go through to get to Europe. I go through Atlanta, and then to the wire that goes across the sea. You know about that wire, right?
Yeah.
And then to the main hub in Europe. So instead of going through like 6 hubs, I only go through like 2 or 3. Atlanta, whatever the city is next to the pipeline, and then the one the pipeline connects to. You know, once we clean up our fucking, space that, we have up there, 'cause it's all full of fucking old satellites and junk. Once we get that cleaned up, internet's not going to be an issue anymore.
Yeah.
Because they're wanting to build a worldwide satellite that connects and gives everybody internet for free.
Oh, Google Fiber?
Google and SpaceX want to do this. They want to clean up the space and then do it. Use all the trash they pick up to build the satellites they need.
Time to roll out.
And a lot of other countries that have old satellites up there want to help too. Because Russia wants to get some of their old satellites up there back.
Oh, yeah.
So does China, so does America. Everybody's going to do it. Everybody's going to mutually benefit from it. But we won't have those cool little fireball showers every once in a while, you know what I mean?
Right.
They put lasers, little laser satellites and lasers on the space station that can shoot and make space junk move towards the Earth, right?
Oh, yeah.
That came, I think, just a couple years ago, wasn't it? SpaceX, they've brought us a lot of technology in the past 3 years for space. It's crazy. Reusable rockets. That was one of the main issues with space travel, was the amount of money it took to keep building these rockets every time we needed them, Now this company's like, hey, we just made reusable ones that land themselves on the middle of the ocean on pads.
Yeah, I seen that. I was like, dude, that's fucking cool.
I still say that first explosion when they were sending stuff to the space station was sabotaged because they didn't really release what happened, and it was an internal investigation. So I think they're just not gonna let the knowledge get out just so they don't cause a panic and all kinds of bullshit happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like whatever, someone tried, it won't happen again. You know, we still wouldn't be able to 4K video from the space station now. Like 4K video, our planet doesn't look as dreary and fucking barren as it used to. You know what I mean? If you've seen old pictures of the Earth from the space station,
Yeah.
thing looks like a desert. There's a lot of green coming up in places that should be desert.
I don't know if you guys know this, but okay, have you ever heard of Trump complaining about Obama like spending millions of taxpayers' monies on his vacations and shit?
I've already looked into it a little bit. His travel expenses